Welcome to this practice that's all about waking your body up so the rest of your day flows well. We are going to start by warming up our neck and shoulders, moving into our spine, progressing down into hips with lots of attention to the back side of the legs because it really influences how comfortable you are when you move. Then we're going to finish out with hands and ankles once again with some breath work. Are you ready? Sitting nice and comfortable in your chair. Let's take a breath in, and we are going to move our head to the right. And as you are leaning right, would you shake your head no? Very small nod. But boy, it feels good on the back side of that neck. Stop, still leaning to the right. Shake your head, yes. 2 more times. Bring your head back to center, and now we're going to drop our left ear towards our shoulder. From this position, shaking your head no, and notice what you're feeling in your neck. And now shaking your head, yes, still in this sideways position for your neck. Bring your head back to center. We're going to pause and take 2 breaths here. Getting more oxygen in our brain makes us more alert. Take a breath in again. And on your exhale, would you bring your hands up to your shoulders? And now we're going to take 4 circles backwards with our elbows. Now you're breathing evenly as we're doing this movement, making it as large as you can, reaching in all the directions of that circle. 1 more. Lower the arms, shake those arms out for a moment. So we did some rotation. Now let's move forward back with those shoulders. Take a breath in, reach up high. Exhale, sweep the arms down and fingers pointing to the back wall. Breathe in, lift, look up. Exhale, sweep those arms down, reaching behind. 2 more. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, really reach to the back wall with those hands. Last time, breathe in. And exhale. Arms up overhead. I'll show you where we're going next. We're going to reach to one side, reach to the other, starting to wake up the side body. From an upright position, take your breath. And exhale, reach right. Notice what you're feeling. Take a breath in and reach left. Bring it back to center. On your exhale, reach right. Bring it back to center. And left. Bring it back to center. 1 more time each side. We have moved our shoulders in all 3 directions that we live. Front to back, side to side, and rotation. Bend your elbows. Bring your arms back down and rotate those shoulders a couple of times. All right, for the next move, let's just cross our ankles over each other, keeping our pelvis nice and stationary. As we move into our upper and mid back, 2 options, either joining elbows and palms together, Or option 2 is to keep your right arm in front of your body, bent at the elbow, and wrap the left hand around. So whichever's right for you, notice what you begin to experience in that upper back. I'm going to show the wrapped version slightly to the side so my face is still looking at you. And now sit very tall. Breathing here for 5 breaths. Three more breaths. Again, notice what's happening in between your shoulder blades. Last breath in. And out, release your hands. Again, shake those arms out. Uncross your feet. And I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's happening with my back. This is cat-cow breathing. I place my hands on my knees. Feet are still hip-width apart. When you breathe in, your ribs extend forward, shoulders go back slightly, looking up. On the exhale, curve your back down. All right, let's do 5. Breathe in. Ribs come forward, shoulders down and back. Exhale. Inhale, ribs come forward. Exhale, cat back. Inhale, ribs come forward. Beautiful mobility for that spine. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Ribs forward. Exhale. Last time. Breathe in. Expand those ribs forward. Press forward. Press forward. And curve that back. Beautiful. That was great mobility for that spine. Let's go back into an over the head reach. Again, gifting the side of your body with movement. I like to hold on to the opposite thigh, helping to deepen that stretch. So my left hand reaches outside my right thigh, up and over. Again, if you need to deepen that stretch, your elbow reaches back further towards the back wall. Breathe in. Exhale. Over we go. Breathe in. Exhale. Over we go. 2 more times. Breathe in. Exhale, over, and breathe in. Exhale, over. Bring your hands back to shoulders. This time we're simply rotating our shoulders. Our hips stay motionless on our seat. Breathe in. Exhale, rotate. Perhaps you're feeling a little crackling in your spine. If so, we're just reorienting those vertebrae to each other. And exhale, twist. Release. Shake those arms out and grasp your hands together. Let's gift those wrists with some more mobility. They do so much for us during the day. And arthritis can make them just a little bit more stiff, so we're helping them along. Once more each way. Release your hands. We're going into feet and ankles next. So you're comfortably seated. Take a breath in and out. getting more blood flow to that brain. Now, as you breathe in, lift your heels off the floor. Exhale, drop the heels, lift the toes. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lift the toes off the floor. Inhale. And exhale, lift those toes. 2 more times. Inhale. Ankle mobility really impacts our sense of balance. So I love to work ankles in the morning. And exhale, lift those toes. Keep them there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet. Now reach under your right thigh with both hands. Sitting nice and tall, let's start to lengthen the back side of the legs, holding your leg up so that you can rotate your ankle. And opposite direction. Extend that leg, still holding on, pressing your ankle forward, your toes toward your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Lower that leg down. Take a moment. Doing the same thing on the left side, reaching under the thigh. I do not like putting hands on knees. We no longer make cartilage after the age of 20, so I like to preserve what we have. Holding that knee up, rotating that ankle. And reverse. 3, 2, 1. And this is where we extend, really lengthening the back side of the leg, pointing your toes towards your nose, sitting nice and tall. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, lower the feet. And would you stomp your feet for a moment just to wake up all those nerve endings in your feet? Now to get ready for walking, we are going to make sure your quads and your glutes are really awake and functioning. I suggest holding on to your chair sides. If you do not need this support, feel free to just have your hands on your hips. But what we're going to do is some marching in our chair, and you'll feel that upper leg working. Pay attention to the sensation in the back thigh, right in the back under those glutes. So this gives lots of additional mobility to your hips. It's strengthening quads and hamstrings and glutes, because that's so important for balance. We are still marching. This is a great wake up. 10 more seconds here. Keep lifting that foot, bringing that knee up as high as is reasonable for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slide our hands down the front of our shins and do a forward fold. Oh, that's a lovely stretch, isn't it? 2 breaths here. Last exhale through your mouth, please. Bring your body back upright, pressing those hands into your thighs. And I'm going to ask you to do 1 standing flow. If standing is not right for you, you can do this flow sequence from a seated position. But for those of you who want to make sure those upper legs are nice and strong for when you're moving about during the day, I'm showing this standing. So my feet are hip-width apart and my arms are extended with a slight bend in the elbow, slight bend in our knees. So what we're gonna do is take a breath in. On the exhale, we push our tush back, going down into chair pose. Then we lengthen those legs. Down again and up. We're going to practice this flow 4 times. So standing erect, shoulders down, elbows and knees slightly bent. Take your breath and exhale, press your tush back like you're looking for a stool. Breathing here. Next, straighten those legs as much as possible. Feel the length being created. Bend the knees, go back to a chair pose and upright. Again, go down into chair. Inhale, straighten the legs as much as possible. Exhale, drop the hips and push up through your feet. Take your breath. Exhale, press your tush back. Find that imaginary stool. Breathe in, straighten the knees. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the hips. And up. Last time, you're doing great. Breathe in. Exhale, press your tush back down into chair pose. Inhale, straighten those knees as much as possible. Exhale, bending knees and now coming back to an upright position. That was wonderful. And so beneficial for you for the rest of your day. All right, we are seated comfortably. Let's take a moment to breathe. And exhale. Breathe again. And exhale. Now I am going to go into a semi-forward fold. But what we're going to do is really benefit this mid-thoracic area, which gives you greater protection against the low back issues. So keeping my left arm stationary on my thigh, I'm going to sweep my right arm out to one wall and then sweep it down and point my fingers to the left. Are you ready to join me? All right, sweep the right arm up and exhale, sweep it to the opposite wall. 2 more times and feel what's happening around those ribs. Exhale, reach and rotate. That ability is important when we're trying to turn and look behind us in the car. Bring your right arm back to your thigh. And now let's do the same thing on the left side. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down and point fingers to the right wall. Breathe in, sweep it up. Exhale, sweep it across. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, just to make sure everything's moving well. And exhale. Come back to an upright position. And now with each foot, raise the heel one at a time. Like I said, we were going to pay attention to ankles again towards the end of our practice, and we're almost done. And now lifting both balls of your feet off the floor and down, up, and down, up, and down. Speaking of up and down, shrug your shoulders up by your ears. And now just let them drop. Notice how good that feels. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. And drop. One more time. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. And drop. Nicely done. Lower your head. Chin is towards your chest. Sweep your head looking to the right. Breathing nice and evenly, sweeping to the left. Again to the right. To the left. Bring your head back to center. And now scooch back in your seat. Let's just take an opportunity as we're breathing in and out, and I encourage you to close your eyes to check in with parts of our body that we worked today. So as you take your first breath in, notice how those ankles are feeling now. Continuing to breathe, let's move our attention to the back side of our legs. And hopefully those are maybe vibrating a little or feeling some tingling from increased blood flow. Now bringing our attention into our hips and belly. That area worked a lot this morning to make you comfortable. And now bring your attention to shoulders and neck. Opening your eyes. I bet those are moving better than when we started. Reach up and take in a deep breath. Bring your hands to heart center. I say namaste to you. I am so thankful for you joining me today. Remember, as always, when we move well, we live better. See you again on the chair soon.